Hello, my name is Bridget McNulty. I'm the co-founder of Sweet Life Diabetes community in South Africa. This is actually my third time applying for a Shuttleworth Fellowship. The first time was many years ago when we were transitioning from Sweet Life being a magazine into being entirely digital, and we really wanted to create an online community that could support and empower people living with diabetes in South Africa. We are now South Africa's largest online diabetes community. The second time was a couple of years ago when I came to you and said, look, diabetes is the next big thing in South Africa. We have to solve it. And I think the way to solve it is by getting together an alliance of organizations, companies, associations working with diabetes in South Africa, sitting around the table with the National Department of Health and figuring out what comes next. And since then, I've been part of a team that co-founded the Diabetes Alliance, which is an alliance of all the organizations, associations and companies working with diabetes in South Africa. We sit around the table with the National Department of Health and we try to prioritize people living with diabetes in South Africa. We're actually just about to launch the inaugural South African Diabetes Summit, which will be on the 10th of November. And we'll be presenting South Africa's first diabetes strategy action plan, which has been a co-creative, collaborative process of people living with diabetes and anyone from the Diabetes Alliance and the broader public who wants to contribute. That's the past. Why am I here today? I want to solve diabetes education in South Africa. It's a, what do they call it? Big, hairy, audacious goal. But I have read every research paper on diabetes education in South Africa and spoken to every diabetes expert. I am largely considered to be the first point of contact when it comes to diabetes in South Africa because I'm very well connected, because Sweet Life is a non-profit and a PBO, and we don't have a vested interest in selling anything. And so we're able to hold this really beautiful neutral space in the middle of all the various players in the diabetes field. Very good contacts with the National Department of Health, and we've been doing good work, but it feels like we've been doing one puzzle piece of work at a time. And what I really want to do is be able to see the whole puzzle piece of diabetes education in South Africa. So why diabetes education? Two big reasons. First of all, diabetes is the #1 killer of women in South Africa. It is not a lethal condition. It's a preventable condition if it's diagnosed early enough and manageable if it's diagnosed later, and yet it's killing more women than anything else. It's also the second leading cause of death in men, so it's not like it's only hitting the women. Second point is that 1 in 2 people with diabetes are undiagnosed. So that's the problem, right? Half the people are walking around not knowing they have diabetes, so obviously it's not in control. And when looking at all the various aspects of diabetes, so is it awareness and prevention? Is it education? Is it data and surveillance? Is it management and access to care? There are all these funnels that obviously feed into the problem. But the big one is that diabetes has to be a self-managed condition. If you're really lucky, really lucky, and as a type 1 diabetic, I'm not even this lucky, you'll see your doctor for 2 hours in a year. The remaining 8,758 hours are yours to manage your condition. So we have to be able to empower people living with diabetes, both to recognize the symptoms in the people around them, so that we are getting more people diagnosed, but also to manage their condition from early on. There are a number of ways to do this. We have been figuring out some of the puzzle pieces. We've developed a prototype with the Diabetes Alliance called Diabetes Connect. It's with praycult.org, and it's a WhatsApp diabetes education platform that offers simple, easy to understand diabetes education in a few of our official languages. We are in the process of developing a series of audio notes, voice note stories that can be forwarded on by Tina Mhlope, who's South Africa's favorite storyteller. In English, isiZulu and isiXhosa. We have a lot of social media stuff. We have a lot of different projects. What we don't have is the ability to step back and see the whole puzzle. And that's what I would love to do during my year as a Shuttleworth Fellow, both because of the time and resources available, obviously, so we could do it properly and get in like a monitoring and evaluation person who can test out different languages, different formats, different language, but also for the meeting of minds with other really smart people from different fields. And I do this in my own capacity, but I would love to do it. This feels like leveling up. I would love to be able to do it because there are answers to these questions, and I'm answering them, but very slowly. And I would like to just have the picture on the top of the puzzle box so that we know where we're heading. Thank you for your time.